Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Lyndon. Thank you so much for coming. In this video, I'm going to show you a really fantastic major scale lick that you can use in any major scale situation over a major chord. It sounds really nice, and it's super versatile because you can use it in so many different ways. You can kind of chop it up and use little snippets of it. It's absolutely brilliant. You can do this for alto or tenor saxophone, so it doesn't matter which you're playing because I'm going to put the notes on the titles below, so whichever instrument you're playing, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to be playing the alto, but it doesn't make any difference. I'm going to play the lick over a backing track and show you some of the ways that I would use it. Then I'm going to write down on my music stand here, I'm going to write down exactly the structure, because I think you're going to probably want to go away and practice this in all 12 keys. And if you understand the structure, it's so simple, it's so incredibly mind-bogglingly straightforward, but just sounds lovely. So you can do that in all 12 keys. Then I'm going to take it round on a backing track, and I'm going to do it in all keys, leaving a space for you to do it in all 12 keys. Then at the end of the video, everything that I've written down, I'm going to take a screenshot. Well, actually, I scan it these days, much better than taking a photo. So I'm going to scan it and I'm going to put that up at the end of the video so that you can screenshot it. What more could I possibly do? I am trying my hardest. So let's do it. Before we do, I just want to say, please subscribe if you're finding these videos helpful and you want to keep this channel nice and healthy, then please subscribe. That really helps. And please share the videos, share them on YouTube or share them on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. That really helps massively. Right, let's do it. So the lick itself, I'm going to find a nice straightforward key. I'm just going to do it in C, I think, just to show you. And this is the lick, so have a listen and tell me what you think. I think it sounds really nice. I use this all the time, right? All the time. If you ever listen to any of the tracks that I've done where I'm improvising, you can really hear me using this lick a lot, or sections of it. Have a listen. How lovely is that? It's really nice. Actually, I should have said, I did do a video like this ages ago with this same lick, but I didn't take it round in all 12 keys. So what I'll do is I'll put a link on the description below. Maybe you can have a look at that as well. But we are going to cover a bit of the same ground, so don't shout at me. It's the same stuff. It is slightly different because it's very different because I didn't do it in all 12 keys. So let's write it down and see what's going on. So I'm in the key of C major for my alto sax. Let's have a look at C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. My old friend, C major. Well, that's a really terrible triangle. And then the root, the third, the fifth, the seventh and the ninth. We know that those notes are really significant. The root, the third, the fifth, the seventh and the ninth. And all I'm doing in this lick is just playing the root 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, 5, 3 root. But, and this is the big but, I'm not starting on the root, I'm starting on the seventh. So I'm making exactly the same shape. This is the chord, tones, and this is the lick that I'm sharing with you today, and it's the same. C, E, G, B, D, B, G, E, C. But instead of starting on the root, I'm starting on the seventh, and finishing on the seventh, which is a really cool thing to do because you're not starting and finishing in a place of resolution. So this is 7, root, 3, 5, 7, 9, 7, 5, 3, root, and 7. And these guys here on my alto saxophone are going to have the octave key on. So isn't that simple? Look, I'll play it again and have a listen, and I'll write the letters below for alto and tenor. And doesn't that sound nice? Already sounds nice. The reason is, like I've said, you're finishing on the 7th, and that's what gives it that kind of wistful, kind of nostalgic kind of feel, that you're not finishing in a place of resolution, and that's where the magic happens. Now, that's one way, so I could execute the whole lick as I've just done. I won't do it again, even though I'm tempted to, because it's so nice. But what you can do is that you can do what I think of as an incremental jam. So idea number one would be the whole lick. See, this is so good. Did you hear that? That's my doorbell. This is so good that people are bashing on the door. Are you doing that major scale lick? That's not what it is. It's my wife's singing student. And number two is what I would call an incremental jam. I wonder if Nigel McGill has this problem with the doorbell ringing. Probably not. Probably not. An incremental jam. So what I mean by that is that what I could do is that I could just play with the first 2 notes, and then I could play with the first 3 notes, and then I could play with the first 4 notes of the lick, and so on and so forth. And that would sound really, really, really nice. Have a listen. I'll do exactly that, and I'll write down what I'm doing. And so on and so forth. Doesn't that sound lovely? And it's not taxing my brain too much, because I'm just thinking first 2 notes, then bring in the next note, then bring in the next one. And in terms of what notes I'm actually playing, I feel like a kid just exploring or playing around with language. How many different ways could I express? So if I was to say something like, I'm off to the shops, how many different ways could I'm off to the shops. I'm off to the shops. I'm off to the shops. Every time I put the emphasis or the stress in a different place in that linguistic phrase, even though the words don't change, the inference or the meaning changes slightly, and that's exactly what's happening here. Even though the notes are just the same notes, because I throw them around in a different way or emphasize certain notes, it just gives a new meaning, and it just sounds so lovely. So doesn't it sound nice? Sounds really, really, really nice. Right, I've got a backing track here, which is my absolute favorite bunch of things of apps to practice with, which is Jazz Session Band Volume 2. I've got it on a slow Latin feel, and I have created a set of chords where I've got 2 bars and then a space for you to have 2 bars, and we are going around the cycle of fourths anti-clockwise, or the cycle of fifths anti-clockwise, depending on how you want to think about it. So I'm going from C to F to B flat to E flat to A flat, D flat, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, and then back to C again. I'm just laughing because if I mess that up when I'm saying that, it causes me big problems in the editing room. I wish I had an editing room. I just edit over there with my computer is. Anyway, right, so we are going from C major to F major and then to B flat major and so on and so forth. I'm talking alto, but don't worry, tenor players, I'm going to put the notes at the bottom for tenor players too. And just to be crystal clear, yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be playing it, and then I'm going to leave a space for you. So it's going to be me. Then you. Then me. Then you. Can't sing it. It's too hard to sing. But do you get the idea? So I'm leaving a space for you. Okay, right, let's do it. Here we go. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I really strongly recommend that you learn this in all 12 keys. Let's go. Here we go. Gorgeous, isn't that nice? It's so nice. I love that sound. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's because you're starting and finishing on the 9th, on the 7th. It just sounds lovely. Sounds so gorgeous. Right. You might have noticed I'm playing one of my beautiful Goldington saxophones. The last time I shoved the saxophone in front of the camera, it didn't pick it up very well because the lighting's not so strong where the camera is, but really nice saxophone there. Chinese copies of Selmer saxophones, absolutely gorgeous, plays really nice. So if you're interested in one of those, just drop me an email. I'm going to put my email address at the bottom there. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and sharing, and your positive comments and your positive feedback, and buying me coffee, and it's just so lovely. I really enjoy making these videos, and I really hope that they're helping you, and please share them with your saxophone friends if you think they've got some value to it. So let me know how you get along with this lick, and if it's helpful for you, and if it changes things. It changed a lot of things for me. It really did. Anytime I hit a major scale situation, I've always got something to say, and hardly ever start on the root. You know, always start on the 7th, because that just sounds so lovely and exciting. Right, I'm going to go. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye bye.